Welcome everybody to our favorite day, Monday morning. Yes, another fun Monday morning. Welcome. Welcome Monday morning. Rapid only, because I'm a sloth. Yes, I feel slower than ever. Okay, what's up, Asterbait Leaky? Minimum time control 7 plus 3. Window capture. Text. It has to be at least 7 plus 3. But I'm willing to play up to 10 plus 5. Alright, Asterbait, thank you for contributing to a great simul stream yesterday. I don't know why it's so hard for me to wake up in the morning. Alright. Yes. Why is it so hard to wake up on Monday mornings? Okay. 7 plus 3 challenges are now open. New week. Gift a sub now to be number 1. What's up, guys? Alright, good to see you. Good to see you. Subscribers first challenges. But everyone's a subscriber, right? Lakey, Samjwani, is DG World. Wait, Agni Mandur, Lord Blitza. Right. Okay. Ready to start. Sorry guys, it's just Monday morning. It's gonna take me a while. Take me a while to get on the page here. Agni Mandor, thanks for joining us. It's a 2 a.m. moment for you, but it's an 11 a.m. moment for me. Yeah, well, I feel better at 2 a.m., to be honest. Monday morning's not good. Okay, so I tried to play the English. I decided I haven't been using it much. I lost twice. I lost twice this play already? Oh yeah, the brilliancy and the disconnection, okay. 1 disconnection and 1 brilliancy. Knight e8. So now what do we do? You see, I prefer thinking my opponent is playing bullet chess. That's what I'm trying to do is like avoid this. I'm trying to avoid this, where people are just playing mindless bullet chess. That's why I'm making the attack control 7+3. But we can't take that much time. Beaten. Who's the highest rated player? Beaten. Beaten. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I've never gotten to play anyone who was like rated over 2,700 at the time. But I did once beat someone who was like 2660. $2650, 2660. I don't know. Onishuk in 2000, 2002. I guess it was 2001. Yeah, White has a very good position now. My opponent is just playing too much bullet chess, I guess. 33 games bullet. You know, it's possible to play bullet chess without playing bullet chess, you know? You might as well be playing bullet chess, right? Even though you don't officially play bullet chess games, it's the same thing, basically. He's just making instantaneous moves every turn. Already on move 15. Black has used half as much time as me. What does it mean, world rankings? Astrid, I don't understand your question, man. What does it mean, world rankings, when rating is used as a rule? Rankings is like you're putting people in order, right? You're ranking them. You know, some people mistakenly confuse rating with rankings. First rule of chess club. Well, that's the kind of thing that people say at their first chess club. What's your ranking? A rating is a numeric, number that's assigned based on calculating some random number of points. A ranking is like where you rank in some kind of list of players, right? Whether it's the world, the list of the best players in the world, or what have you. I get the very distinct feeling my opponent is like in a big hurry, even though now he's actually used more time than me. God. Frightening. I feel like I'm rushed, even though I have more time. We need like a discussion about something outside the stream, like what's going on in the chess world. How about super bet? What is super bet anyway? Is that like a betting site? Super bet. Now, is that part of like the Magnus? Super bet. Super bot. The Magnus school. Super bot. This doesn't work. What is it about my opponent that has this strange, like he doesn't move pieces, doesn't move pawns or something. He only does piece moves. He just keeps shuttling his pieces around, but rarely making pawn moves. Huh. Don't really know what to make of it. It's very weird. What's your rating again? 1300 in bullet. Right. Very few games. You new to the site? Just be new to the site. He did make a pawn move finally. And now resigned, suddenly resigned. Weird game. It was a very strange game. Sudden resignation. I didn't expect that. It's a weird moment to resign, although he's lost. I mean, you would think like Black would play on at least one more move. With Rook F8 here. I'm threatening threatening Rook D6. He didn't make any blunders. Just lots of little mistakes. Yeah, well, I mean, the main thing is giving up the diagonal there. This time control, though, isn't necessary. We can play 7+3 or longer. Plus challenges. No rated. No trying to sneak the rated challenges in on me. That's really dirty, trying to sneak rated challenges on a Monday morning. Man, there's no way I'm playing rated on the stream on a Monday morning. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I mean, Sumihara is not much better than me. I can't sleep well on Sunday nights. So I'm usually not well rested Monday morning. Correct is not. Stop that. I'm gonna time you out, Uber driver, if you say that. E5 is correct. You're kidding me, right? Oh man, bye. Uber driver, what time is it for you there? I don't know, that last game, it felt like Blitz, right? 7 plus 3, it's basically Blitz. I like this better. At least with 10 plus 5, we have a little bit of time to think. Out all night, driving, just got home. See? That's what I figured. No, that's alright. I mean, people don't know I play only casual. Necessarily. Chess mood 2-5. I always play casual on the stream. Just kidding. You know. Just kidding around. So, alright, 10 minutes. 10 minutes I have a little bit of time. I had an interesting game with white yesterday in this. Is this hyper accelerated queen to the end? I don't know what I'm doing, but it messes with him a little bit because he doesn't, you know, he probably doesn't know it, and I don't know it either, so we're on even territory. We played a million games in the Nimzo. Almost all of our games are e6, knight c3, bishop b4, queen c2. But it's like so boring to play the same thing every single game. And Sumihara will never vary what he plays, so it's like completely up to me. I have to vary, or he'll just play the same thing every time. So I had this game with white yesterday, and I got crushed. Ooh, it was bad. And what did I do wrong? Against Blobix. Dude, Walter Brown doesn't say that. What are you talking about? Get out of here, driver. Stop making up lies about Walter Brown. Walter Brown would never play d5 in that position. You're probably talking about a different position, like the English defense. And it was bad as well. Uber driver just like mixes completely different things, claims that's the same position. And it's like you're judging him by like the 80s or whatever, the 70s or something, before the English defense even like came into fashion. Uber driver probably had played something like that against me. Overextending your pawns is not a good move. Oh, I already blundered. Great. Now I'm nearly lost. Can we switch to hippo mode? I had to play d5. See, that's the problem with Monday morning. That's my game from yesterday with white. Uber driver's living in the 70s still. Or even earlier. Actually, I knew Walter Brown. We played several times. Did you ever play with Walter Brown? A tournament game, Uber Driver? We had dinner together several times, and we played several tournament games. I'm an authority. Yeah, the early experiments for white in the English defense, it would be like d4, e6, c4, b6. People tried d5. There was a game where someone played it against maybe Miles. What if I play the hippo? It's not really a hippo because my knight's on f6. But I don't want to get checkmated. The lamp wasn't big enough at his board. Probably. Once he made a scandal at a tournament because there wasn't enough light next to his board. He was very hysterical. Yeah. Very hysterical. Bishop g7. Alright. Bad position, we're going to make the best out of it. A deformed hippo. Can I play e5? I don't want to lose a pawn for nothing. I forgot this is 10 plus 5. See, that's the other thing. We're switching time controls. So the first game I was like rushed at 7 plus 3. Now I actually have more time, but I don't appreciate it. I hate thinking I have no time and then looking down, oh, I have 8 minutes. Alright. It's actually really tricky, like, you know, playing more than one time control back to back like that. I mean, it's not really optimal. I should really just pick one time control and play it something in the middle. No, but I mean, in all seriousness, this move d5. It might not be that bad. I think it's worse against it's probably worse against the English defense because black has the f5 lever. We could check it, you know. I'm still skeptical of it. It looks like white's overextending. But I mean, without the f5 break, it might not be as bad. d4, e6, yeah, that's what I thought. What does Larry know about the English defense back in 1977? There were other people who did that, you know, famous, Miles played like Queen h4 there in your variation. No, I figured you were confusing the two. Of course they're very similar. But this accelerated Queen's Indian is popular now. The English defense is different. But I misplayed it, you know, I totally misplayed it. I mean, I have to play d5. This is the only move. After e6, I'm just worse. It's like a bad Nimzo. Well, it's not a Nimzo, it's a bad whatever it is. e6 is just a bad move. White has a clear edge after e4. But maybe he's letting me maybe he's letting me get away at this point. I think that black might be okay now. c5? No. Now Uber Driver's d5 is actually a strong move if I play c5. Some interesting stuff here. Huh. Take, take, take. That's funny. I thought I had another challenge from the rated guy. Chess Mood, but he's gone. You're waiting, but your challenge... I guess I have to refresh the page. Your challenge is gone. Your challenge isn't there. If I play c5, then d5 is strong. e5 is probably not as bad. Now the challenge has suddenly reappeared. My official chess stats? What is that? 155 minutes? No, 7 plus 3. Alright. What is that? That's his rating. It's cut off. 7 plus 3. Okay. Now it's like a bad hippo. Here we go again. Bad hippos. Uber driver, is it possible to play 2 games at the same time? Are you asking me? I used to play poker and chess at the same time. But I don't really consider it a good idea. I would only do that like when I was exceptionally bored. And I felt like sometimes one or the other would enhance my concentration in some way. You can play tic-tac-toe and Monopoly at the same time. If you're mentally, advanced enough. Uber driver, how many games do you have on your account here? Doesn't he have like thousands and thousands of games? How would he not know the answer to that question? You have literally, like, even accidentally you would do it. You have literally like thousands of games on lichess. Of course you can play more than one game. People do it against me all the time. I get irritated when they try to do it in my simuls. Okay, there. I mean, if people challenge me and they're already in a game, I just, like, decline the challenge. I don't want to play in other people's simuls. Queen e8. Queen d7. I guess I'll have to play Queen d7. Let's make sure there's no other option here. Well, there is Queen e8. I guess Queen e8 makes some sense. I was afraid of knight b5, but it's probably not a big deal. We'll adjust if he plays knight b5. Can I trap pieces or something? Knight h5. Knight h5, supported by the queen on e8, is better than usual. Yoo-hoo. Your school is finally ready. I can't believe Sumher just played f4. I have to say I wasn't prepared for that. Totally went the other way. It's a big hole on e5. I was expecting him to play something completely other. Completely otherdom. I mean, f4 is anti-positional, as they say. You're attacking the strong point in my position. I have literally everything kind of focused on e5. Plus the long diagonal. It feels like a really big positional mistake by white. You know what I thought he was going to play was bishop d1. That's like kind of materialistic and awkward. But, you know, you're at least attacking like a weak point. Uber Driver, do you play the King's Indian by any chance? I didn't know you played the King's Indian. That's like a classic King's Indian idea. The mysterious Uber driver. But after like 3 years, I still have no clue who he is. It's very strange. It's just trolling me. He likes the attention of me not being able to guess who he is. Uber driver is Arnie Dubois. Knight b5. I just can't even guess any of your moves here. It's just an unsolicited surprise move every time. Unsolicited. Your moves are unsolicited. Weird. Space. This is very strange. I guess I can play like rook e8, huh? Sack a piece. Bishop takes d6. Uber driver, did you ever play Adrian Casillas? I wonder if he still lives in London. He must be about 10 years older than me. Maybe more. I can't believe you actually played knight g5. He just throws his pieces out there, like, randomly. Speaking of scandalous. This is scandalous. Stockfish is, like, outraged by White's play in this game. Sumaher is like a wild man. Neanderthal. He's like a positional Neanderthal. Plays this like controlled. he plays a sort of controlled positional game and then just starts hacking away. Like, he's really an e4 player. Like Reshevsky on drugs or something. Okay, it's a blitz game, so, you know, you gotta do something, right? I'm just saying, like, you know, the first part of the game seems so controlled, and then he just, like, goes ballistic. You expect a patient kind of style. Welcome, WJ Loof. He definitely likes space. Dark Square Bishop, somewhat important. The computer says it's like +4 for black here. But Sumahair's like still attacking. I don't know if anyone else has really paid attention to Stockfish and its evaluation of positions. You know, the only engine I really use. It's just outrageous how high it evaluates such positions where you have like two pieces for typical sort of like two pieces for a rook type scenario. Look at this. He's still hacking away. Man, I have knight takes e4, right? Have or had. Not sure if I really want it. I guess it's important though. He's running out of gas. There's always the pawn on a4. There is a fork here. Fork you. Oh my. He's gunning for that shot there. Maybe I'm better off like taking with the pawn. I think I missed something there. I'm not the only one. This is really degenerated. Never one to give up. Ooh, what a weird game. Caveman. I almost let it slip there. Wow. After rook d6, the knight is trapped. I may not even be winning anymore. I actually played a good game until that. The opening is such Such an atrocity. No one has ever played this move. What? I'm in the wrong database. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is just a really, really bad move. I mean, e6. This is a famous Alyakin Simul game where he was white and like crushed somebody. You can't play this for black. Probably d6 is the best move. Yeah, g6 was my best shot. It's not that bad. You know what I was really worried about here? Okay, h3 is too slow. But maybe e5. You have to go for this. To at least disrupt my development a little bit. That's not your normal sort of modus operandi, but you have to. You know, you have to try to disrupt me here. Except you don't have to. What about bishop d1? It's funny, there's a game from 2016. And it's Serbian guys too. So f4 was bad, but I thought bishop d1. Knight takes. You're not threatening to take the pawn, though. I guess it doesn't have a point. I didn't like f4. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, this is a key, and this is just like -5. He goes nuts. He didn't accept that he was strategically busted, so he just like went berserk. Yeah, you went down the wrong path with f4. I mean, all right. Late key. My official chess stats is not new games. What? What is that? Dude, what is with that account? My official chess stats has no games. Oh, there it is. It was like a bug. I thought he had no games at all. Okay. Smart John. But Lakey's first because he's a subscriber. Lakey's a subscriber to the stream. I'll play them first, and then we'll take the other challenges. Or I'll play Lakey first, and then I'll take these other. Unless Sots is a subscriber as well. You hate Stockfish? Yeah, it always goes crazy when you give up 2 pieces for a rook. In the old days, we used to play b3 so you don't go a4. Yeah, he doesn't bother with that. Camel X is a fake sub. Camel X, 10+3. Fake subs, welcome. Here we go again. Another classical Nimzo. Yeah, do I always get black? It's just a coincidence, right? No, I got white in the beginning. What did I do? I played... Wait, why did I play that? I played d5? Why did I play d5 again? I know your sots. Why did I play d5? I was looking at this one of my students. He was having some trouble with this line. I've never played it. Well, not in a real game. Maybe I can help him by learning a little bit about this myself. I played it in a blitz game or two, but I never really liked it for black. Just Castle's latest gambit. No, actually not. You're right. No, you're right. Yeah, that is a gambit. No, you're right, Uber driver. That is a gambit. No. Isn't it c5? You're actually wrong. It's c5, I thought. No, this is a real gambit, Uber driver. c5. Now that you mention it, somehow I doubt it's correct. I think c5 is a real move, although it looks suspicious. It's been played. No. Look it up. c5 is a real move. There's like 20 some games in the Opening Explorer. I just looked at it the other day. I didn't really look at it, but I remembered it the other day. It was in the list. The engine thinks it's almost reasonable. It's probably good for rapid blitz. Queen a4 is wrong. You already moved your queen, so it doesn't make sense to go queen a4 check. You basically blew a tempo here. Is it possibly a move, though? Is this possibly a move? Maybe. That sounded like a beer. That is a water. It may have sounded like a beer. I've been out of beer. I had too much beer on Friday night. I don't want to look at beers. I had a glass of wine last night, but beer is... No beer at 10 a.m. Maybe tomorrow night. Monday night is a dry night for me, generally speaking. We don't have enough dry nights lately. Drinking a little too much. Does queen takes b4 work? I guess it's a move. There's no beer in the house. I have red wine and a little bit of gin, I think. I'm all set. No, we're gonna behave ourselves today. Health. We're focused on health. Friday night I drank too much beer. Not good. Okay. Say what? Wow. Never take candy from strangers. Knight takes e4, bishop d3. Now that's original. I could sack the queen for 2 pieces. No. Unbelievable. But maybe you're just like overextended now. Nice. You know. Nah, it doesn't work. Okay, knight e4, bishop d3, bishop c3. e4, bishop d3, knight takes c3. Knight e4, bishop d3, knight takes c3, queen c2. Then I've got to move my queen somewhere. Then he recaptures. With equal material. I would focus more on the fundamentals than like really extreme tactics. I have another interesting move here. Bishop d3, bishop c3, b takes c, and then knight c5. Bishop f5, knight takes a4. I mean, that way I could like just avert any kind of craziness and be up a pawn. Driver, when it comes to like central pawns, I'm gonna win it if I can. I try not to be, you know, I would even call myself like materialistic. But if it's a central pawn, I mean, I'm not gonna get pushed around here. You mean I dropped a piece? This is check. He forgot it's check, I think. I like bishop d3, bishop c3, bc3, knight c5 actually. Because knight c3, queen c2 leaves white a little better coordinated. Well, it leaves the queens on the board is the other thing. If I play knight c5, I force an exchange of queens, and I'm up a pawn in an endgame with the queens off the board. But here you're just lost. This is like it's like my game with Blobix yesterday. "99% of tactics don't work. Don't forget it." Yeah, this is the worst simul game ever yesterday, where I got destroyed in that hyper accelerated Queen's Indian with white. What I was thinking. Nice. Don't worry, I know where you're at. I've been there myself. It's not good. Yeah, e4 was just, it just doesn't work. I mean, knight takes e4, bishop d3. Now, if I played knight c5 right away, what would happen? I would lose a piece. So it's like forced, and the bishop takes e3, bc, knight c5. Yeah, after knight takes c3, actually, queen c2. Aren't I losing a piece there? In his variation, I'm actually losing a piece. Can't do that. I had to do the knight c5. I'll show you guys after the game. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Kids out, Papa home. Right, Uber driver? Lasker manual chess. Ooh, thanks. I didn't even see Queen E8, mate. But isn't his like Queen A4 check just bad? He's supposed to play Queen B3. Well, I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Okay, first of all, you're supposed to play either knight f3 or e3. This I don't think is a variation for white. Queen a4 is just not a move. But I think white's better in all lines in this variation. Najdorf would sometimes play queen a4 in this position. You know, Uber driver, you can't just substitute like similar positions when we're analyzing. We need to know that it's the exact position. He's like, Najdorf would sometimes play queen a4. Like in what? In the Queen's Indian? Or what are you talking about? Precision, man. Zen Chess is here. Mate in one. I like that. That makes it easier. Look at this game. What an amazing game. Okay. Queen c2, d5. Takes. Queen takes d5. By the way, it's probably better to take with the e-pawn. But no, I was wrong. I said there's 20-some games. I lied. There's actually 8 games with c5. But you might want to notice like who these players are. some random dudes I never heard of. Okay, Magnus, when he was a kid, I guess, saw the Topalov game and then tried it himself. So it went out of fashion after just a couple of tries. This is a bad, I guess, a dubious variation. Anyway. Uber Drive recommends castles. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not worse than c5. lichess, there's quite a few games. There's a 2600. Some reasonable blitz players playing this. Yeah, I mean, what does the computer think of castles versus c5? c5 is better. Damn, dude. I mean, c5, look at that. It's like plus 0.2 for white. Of course, I'm on... Yeah, it's up to 0.6. D takes c6. D takes e6. 0.8, 0.7. And if I do castles, the same. Around the same. The Uber Driver Gambit. According to the Opening Explorer, this has never been played in a master level game. But it looks like playable, like for fast time control. You gotta get in c5. Since you like playing the Gambit style Tarashes anyway, I suppose it's not that bad. But anyways, okay, this is not a move. And e4 just doesn't work. So I have to take the pawn, and then you didn't play bishop d3. Oh, I forgot my bishop's defended. So I don't need to play bishop takes c3, I just play this right away. Oh, this doesn't work at all. Okay. Anyway, bad idea. It doesn't work at all. Other than that, it's great. E4. Black again. Black again. Be the first one to gift a sub. I just realized we started a new week. Once I find out when the World Senior Championship is, I'm going to start a donation collection for that. Julesy said 5. I ain't Richard Rapport, but we could build a Rapport. Nice. Yeah, it's a very strange name. I don't understand where that name comes from. You know, Richard he's from Hungary, but it's a weird name. It's not a Hungarian name. I don't know where that Rapport name comes from. It's kind of weird. What is that, by the way? I mean, it's a very strange name. I never met another Hungarian with that name. What's the origin of Rapport? I mean, like the joke, rapport would be like French. 5 bits on the leaderboard. Yeah, okay, it also could be English, right? They're probably like my relatives. They're probably like my relatives who are like ancient, like medieval French who like conquered England or something. William the Conqueror. But how does it end up in Hungary? Alright, so it's d6. Yeah, well, if you pronounce it like Rapport, you know, it sounds kind of English, but Rapport is French. Thanks, Acerbate, for the update. But that still doesn't give us any insights, the origin of his family name. I don't think you're going to find that in Wikipedia. Wikipedia is slightly overrated. The overrated world of Wikipedia. Knight 93, knight c6, 91. Rapo. You're not supposed to play that. You know that, right? You're supposed to play pawn takes knight here. Bijak, good. Some outside stream topic. I saw games from Romanian, whatever it is. You know, I never thought about this position. If you played like bishop d7, king d7, rook d1, rook d8, I guess black could theoretically play that. Like bishop d7 not that bad. There was this guy I lost to in this line who, like, he had some engine variation that was very weird. Like, somehow he ended up, like, putting his bishop on e8 and taking my pawn on f7 or something. It is claimed. What? What? By some name holders to have descended from one Avram Menachem ben Yaakov Hakoyan Rapa, a merchant in the city of Porto, Italy in the 16th century. The surname Rapa is popular in southern Italy. Interesting. Wow, Zen chess with the genealogy. So how do I avert any kind of bishop e8 happening? And what's wrong with e6 here? Now that's a cut and paste. Zen chess with a serious cut and paste now. Acerbate is just an amateur. I don't understand. Okay, e6, e5, d5. Maybe that's what happened in said game. e6, e5, d5, knight e4. I'm not afraid of you. Ah. But maybe I am. You're not alive if this is boring to you. Grappa. Grappa. I've heard of Grappa. Well, needless to say, it's not a typical Hungarian name. He played e5 anyway. So now I have the possibility of, yeah, this happening is not okay. We never want that to happen. Bishop d7, no. d5, maybe. You know, king c7, bishop e8 resigns. Sutz and I have only played twice, so he couldn't have been the one. He could not have been the person who played that bishop e8 thing against me. I think it was one of those blitz tournaments that we used to play in. The blitz arenas, the team arenas. So I thought maybe it could be you. Here I was analyzing knight e4, bishop d7. Exactly. How do you handle bishop d7? Isn't that a problem? Ah, you handle it like that. Okay. Check. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I've got to be, like, pretty careful. Yeah, I'm thinking of king c7. Then he has the bishop e8. No. Then he has knight g5. But his knight is, like, trapped, dude. King c7, knight g5, bishop e7. Knight f7, rook e8. Then he has to play, like, knight d6. The big problem is, like, the bishop d7, king d7, c4 variation. I originally was going to play king c6, but my structure is, like, destroyed. Did I have an alternative there? Not really. This is weird. Who played this with white? But why would anybody castle Uber Driver the queens off the board? The purpose of castling is, like, this is a middle game? You think this is a middle game? 2 minor pieces and the queens are exchanged? Are you kidding me? This ain't no middle game, dude. Yeah, if there's, like, all the other pieces. This is totally an endgame. I think even with just 1 minor piece exchanged, it might be considered an endgame, but with 2, like, there's no argument. This is definitely not a middle game anymore. This is, like, the definition of an endgame. Castling is probably disadvantageous for white. No question. Like, if you castle here, I think it's very possibly a mistake. Perhaps king e2. In castle, you're just going to have to, like, waste more time getting your king back in the center. For the endgame that already started. He castled anyway. Can't agree with that decision. Let's suppose it may not be that bad. Check bishop e3. Wait, still better. How about g5? Doesn't work. How about check on c5, driving his king closer, out of position. Closer, out of position. What king? Wait, where's his king again? Knight takes e5, bishop c5 check, followed by bishop d6. King. I don't need no stinking king. Centralizing the king for the endgame. Dude, this is no end game. I would stake my life on it. I mean, this is no middle game, sorry. Almost staked my life on it. You know what I meant. So what's happening here? A6. He made a tactical mistake. Good thing I didn't stake my life on that. Misspeak. You know it's an endgame. Uber driver just likes trolling and arguing. Of course it's an endgame. According to Edmar Medness. Edmar's Medness. Edmar's Madness. I have G5 maybe. But I was thinking of just doing this sort of materialistic thing. Doesn't really work. B5. What's up with B5? That's a really weird idea, huh? B5 take. Takes on E5. Pawn takes, rook takes on B5. Bishop takes, rook takes A2. Very interesting ending. Check, king B6. I can't resist. I guess I should recapture on B5 right away, though. Not give him a chance to, like, B6 check or something sort of tricky. So it's... spending points. What kind of points? The rare endgame that later becomes a middle game. Now that's an interesting concept. Depends on how many promotions you make. Could it become what? Oh no, what is this? What is that? One gets the impression that my opponent likes just making Zwischenzugs for the sake of making Zwischenzugs. What's the big deal? Why couldn't he just, like, take on B5? Be so difficult. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, materials equal. Approximately equal. Where did this game start with? 10 plus 3. Where did my time go? Where did my time go? I used 8 minutes. Doesn't seem like I thought that long. Where did I spend all my time in this game? I don't understand. I spent 8 minutes? Maybe bishop takes e5 is overrated. Is this a middle game, Uber driver? What do you think? Is this a stupid move? But the king in the corner is good, right? That's where you want to get. That's where you want to be for the endgame. What about bishop d7? Developing. Does it help him unravel? What about bishop a6? Actually, maybe a good move. See, now he's trying to get his king to an active position. I have a protected pass pawn. He has an outside pass pawn. So which one is better? I know I should have been a French defense player. Hmm. I'm afraid like king b6 is just a draw. This is such a weird move to play. Wait, it's not sudden death, is it? Yeah, I'm better, significantly better here with the structure. This is a nice trick though. So I have to play king back to d8. It's a draw after king b6. It's so weird I have to decentralize my own king. I had a 14 CPL with 1 in accuracy. How's his opening? What is that? Yeah, so he's supposed to take with the f pawn. This is weird. It was once played by Some random players, but nobody good. $2,200 played it against Chonko Balash. Dude. So knight d8, king d8, rook d1, e6, e5, d5. d5. TN improvement on theory? No. Everybody else played a6. Why is a6 so great? Well, I have f6 here. It's quite a move. I have to admit I missed this. Choo. So what happens on c4? Play with me now. Man, if c4, a6, bishop a4, b5, cb5, bishop b5, this is even bit worse than the game. Interesting. Play me now. I've got challenges from subscribers. Zen Chess. Testosterone. Chesterone. You're hopping in the sparkle pool. Play me now. I've got to play my subscribers first. Zen Chess. Chesterone. Then others will enter into consideration. That was a better game than I thought, though even there I had improvements. But Satz has to play f takes e3. That's the Karaklaj. You're supposed to take with the f pawn. Boring. Boring. But I haven't played enough English lately. Knight f3 is arguably worse, I think. Zen Chess? I mean, I'm not advocating that variation for white, but that's the main line. It's a really irrational variation, I think, personally. And there's another move you can play, which is bishop g5. Instead of letting me take your bishop, you're not obligated. You're not obligated. What is this? Obligation. This is feeling like I had this against somebody else and I didn't like my position. Oh, I looked at this with somebody. Man, if you play d5 there, try to blow me away. I feel like I looked at this with the computer and there's just insane shit. Like d5, cd5, cd5, d4, e4, knight e5, and then it was like, you can trap my knight with f6, but the engine said I could sack a piece. I think there's really crazy stuff. On the bot. I just randomly looked at that a couple of weeks ago. Challenge. Gift a sub now to be number 1. Julesy is the bits leader with 5. I'm out of refreshments. No, I have some water. All right. Listen to this water, the water beer. J-Lu thought that was beer being poured. I mean, normally I don't think that we want to do this kind of exchange in general. There's a lot of soft underbelly in black's position here. These squares look kind of ill. So maybe you can cover it though. Knight g5, king e8. Knight g5, king e8, knight e4, threatening knight d6 check. How does he cover that? That's what I'm asking. He's got to play knight f5. Then he's actually... I don't know. What is going on here? But don't think or anything. I like bishop e6 here. It's like a solid move. Highly recommend it. King e8. Which knight to e4? This one. Then knight f5. Then I have an issue with knight d4. So I was actually thinking bishop g5. Then he covers that. But I mean, at some moment I can play like g4 and attack his knight. On f5, he goes to d4, I castle queenside, and then it's like, what the hell is going on? It looks like I'm threatening knight d6 check. He doesn't have any threats, particularly. I don't trust black's position. Okay, well, that's resolute. That is a different story. Now we grab the white squared bishop. But maybe he's better off doing it this way. He could potentially shut down my bishop. My extra bishop, right? He could potentially shut it down if I let him. If I cooperate. But I don't want to cooperate. Where's Uber driver? What about castling, man? What happened to castling? Nobody castles anymore. Okay. If I play e4, I guarantee my bishop doesn't get stunted. But I will weaken the dark squares. Slightly. And also this square, actually. If he plays e4, I'm going to have to play f3 to break back out. I think I can cover it by castling queenside. You're the only one. Except when I watch my replays. Then I laugh at myself. Here. But I mean, e4 is a really important, you know, you can say it's nonsense, what I'm saying, but there's some sense in my nonsense. like e4 is an important strategic move. If I don't play that, like I don't get any play against his white squares. This is a really important move. You know, now this whole diagonal could just get like destructed for black. Maybe I don't have to castle queenside either. I could castle kingside. Generally speaking, like I don't have any games with Zen chess where he plays like queenless middle games very much. Where are you gonna put your king? That's what I want to know. Sire. He's got 3 options. Option number 1. Nothing can possibly go wrong there. This is probably a mistake. Yes. You like to trade everything. Trade all the rooks off. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Bishop g5. Bishop f6. Also trade. Tradey. Tradey, tradey. What about f4? So what should I do here? That's the big question. What should I do? I already like missed a good opportunity here. Maybe. The truth is, it looks like black is probably okay. The sad truth. He's probably okay. c5. Sacrificing a pawn. Totally random move. I don't like that knight coming here, and I want to put my king on c2. Yeah, I mean, f4, dude. You know. It's good for me, but it's good for him too. That's the problem with f4. I know, but what about his bishop? I can't say I expected d5. Or whatever that is. The other d5. The c5 thing. Rook takes. Pawn takes f5 check. Huh. Okay, so it's just like white's better, but not necessarily like winning. That's what it looks like. Your f4 is still on the table, but I'm losing my pawn chain. Time to rethink our plan here. Position has changed a lot. just degenerated into a total blitz game. Doesn't that suck when that happens? Wait, it's the King's Indian now. What? You went where? It's just too closed. It's gonna be hard to break it open. What? Look at this. Bishop f8. Pure sleaziness. The head of the pawn chain is a bishop. He's been appointed head of the pawn chain. I get it now. Yep. I don't want to drop my a3 pawn. How do I break through? It's looking like it may not be possible. Wait, what happened? You put your what? Where? He put his king on f7. That was a strange decision. I actually thought he would put his knight on f7. He didn't really want to do that. I felt like he was making progress. Uh-oh. Where's that going? That needs to go. Maybe I could just win the c pawn. What? Screwing this up. I thought you had a fortress. Like when you had knight f7 here. But you put your king on f7. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It looked like knight f7 would just sit there, and then I didn't know how to make progress. Perhaps there's some way I can try to win. Yeah, computer doesn't think it's enough. Interesting. So what's wrong with knight f7? Check. Oh, I have... What do I have? Like d6? I missed that this was actually strong. We have someone trying to join the team. Alright, Testosterone, last subscriber. And then I'll try to play those other guys. I have another 45 minutes. Stressful game. See, I hate playing the King's Indian type positions in Blitz or fast time controls. Too closed, you know, it's like tough to decide how to play such closed positions with limited amount of time. Just Sussman, I thought you played like the Pierce Modern every game. What is this? Last time we played was a classical dragon, looks like. No, he was white. I don't remember. Yeah, Zen Chess, you don't normally get positions like that. Early endgame, but like passive with no counterplay. I mean, oftentimes that exchange of pawns in the center isn't good for white, but I thought that was a pretty good version. You have some weaknesses. I'm not sure the way you played that is objectively right. I was just better, I guess. Fun for you, Asterbait. Guys, we're going to be back tomorrow night with a Rapid Tournament, so join us for that. I have to remember to create the tournament today. Rapid Tuesday Sloth Tournament. Every Tuesday night. How old are you? 39. 39 again. 39. Just her own. We don't talk about that here. You're talking about Asterbait? You're asking Asterbait how old he is? Oh, that's okay. You can ask Asterbait. A mere 54. It was a good year, if I remember. Asterbait is a flower child. No, he's not old enough to be a hippie. Alright. Save her, dog. Good morning. Dog rescue. Dog rescue pro. Oh God, not the comments again. Mama. What about my cowboys? Uber driver started to pick up weird chess lingo. His own weird chess lingo. He has one cowboy and one stick figure. Right now, I don't think this c8 bishop is too much to be fearful of. But it's possible if you let it get out of control. I've lost plenty of games. Yeah, but the other variation is too much for me, man. Queen d8 is kind of rare. It's just some sort of old school. Pretty much standard to play g6 here, or knight d7 followed by g6. Queen d8 is extremely rare. Don't ask me like white's best setup, because I don't know. g5. Sure, man. g5. g5, h5, whatever you say. Just randomly. g6. g6 is enough. g5 is kind of radical. Slightly weakening black's position. Let's just say that. g5 has been known to slightly weaken black's position. Where's Testosterone's time, by the way? Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know like what white's supposed to do theoretically here. I mean, queen d8. I don't even have a clue. I mean, I guess I could play e4. Nothing special, though. I'm just making, like, random moves. Semi-random moves. See, my problem with chess is that I really strive to try to play the best possible move. What I find very annoying are amorphous positions where how could you possibly determine what the best move is here? And if you can't determine what the best move is, then how the heck do you like decide on a move? I'm just gonna like pick a move at random. I feel like I'm at 1200 again. I don't know what white's best move is. Should I play rook c1, queen c2, bishop d3? How the heck do you determine what white's best move is in this position? I am not going to castle queenside. h3. I guess I'm done. This is very passive by black. Right. Yeah, I mean, bishop e7 is exceedingly passive setup. He's not supposed to really play like that. But on the other hand, like, how bad is it? Because white's not doing anything either. Maybe if you don't know what to do, it's not a good position. We're down to just one challenge. Somebody might have dropped the challenge. But I have the distinct impression that Testosterone is just experimenting with something new here. I've lost a lot of games on the white side of this type of variation, but sort of exclusively against g6. All the good players play g6. He doesn't seem to know what he's doing. He's just playing it like it's some kind of normal Queen's Gambit declined. But, like, how bad can it be, I guess? That's why I hate Blitz. Like, you just end up just making random moves. There's no chess involved in Blitz and Bullet. Even this time control is basically Blitz. Right. The most passive game ever played by man. Knight F7. Knight F7. I don't really want to trade pieces, and I decided not to play f4. My original plan was to play f4, but I mean, I don't have my rook on the f file. It seems kind of weird to play a Pillsbury attack with no, like, stonewall rook. I'm just gonna go back and start over again. Really, maybe I should think about the queen side, but he has the dark square bishop there. Yeah, I have dark square weaknesses. He decides to take now. Ooh. Wow. B5. Radical. Radical, dude. Big decision. D3 or A2. I think I like D3 better. Because, like, that could happen, first of all. I don't like that. It feels like he's lashing out on the queen side. Weakening his white square slightly. Maybe I just wasted time. I don't know. I could have played bishop a2, bishop b1. The Aster mate. What's the difference, Aster mate? It ends up in the same square either way. Your way is, like, sneakier. No. If I ever play b4, he'll destruct me with, like, a5. It's probably, like, a very, very bad idea for white. I've lost plenty of games like that. Queen b6. So what's he doing now? He still can't play c5. Or can he? Aha. Maybe he wants to play c5 anyway? Right, okay. But if knight e4... Yeah. Break out. Don't do it, brah. You know you want to play it. They're all bad. Who is Mama, anyway? Yesterday was Mother's Day. Uber driver keeps talking about this hypothetical Mama. I want to know who Mama is. Mama Jarov? Oh no. Classic Astermate. But even if you don't have it, like, I would have rook down and, like, suffocate him. Yeah. Perfect game. No. I made a mistake? What? What other move did I have? What? Why is my advantage, like, dropping down? What did you want me to play? Oh, it wants to do queen c2 first. Well, I don't know. It's not better. Okay, so that just loses. Yeah, so queen c7. Now what do? h4. It's not easy. I mean, black's worse. But you played a very passive version of that. Official Chess Stats was waiting to play. I'm going to give him a chance here. Astermate is sucker for the Astermate. He was playing for that all the way. Huh. I've played this before. No, I was thinking a different position. That was a different position. No, I was thinking of f5, e6, bishop g5. I've played once I lost a really bad game. Stonewall Dutch official. Ugh. I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it. I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it. I used to love her. Alright, what are we gonna do here, seriously? The guy is 1500, but he's difficult to pin down. How good he is, I don't know. He could be a grandmaster, he could be a total beginner. Kind of quiet opening, but I don't normally play the Dutch. What if I played c5? It's a little early. Yeah, that's a passive line, Turkey Farm. You should always play g6. It's a good variation. You just have to play the fianchetto. I actually have a losing score with white in that line. Pretty heavy losing score. So Uber Driver, maybe he's right, but I mean, I also have like 0-1 with bishop h4 as well. At least against good players. My official chess stats. Where's the London system? Oh, he wanted to play the London, but he He backed out after f5, I guess. It's a London setup. Delayed London. What do I do now? I don't know. What am I supposed to play here? I want to... That better not be Thunder I just heard. I want to go to sleep playing this opening. Caveman. You like bishop a4? We have a feeling our opponent is not a big fan of... Wow, a4. Interesting game. Who is this again? 1588 classical, 1551 rapid, 1355 blitz, 800. Huh. What about the a4 pawn? What exactly am I doing here? The guy plays fast for someone who's like 883 in bullet, right? He's used 1 minute. Oh my god. G4? Excuse me? I'm scared. But it's a free piece, right? You might want to consider thinking at some point. Maybe even f4 there was better. I feel like White's playing bullet and he's 800 in bullet. Thunderstorms likely to continue through 5 p.m. Jesus Christ. Every day. It's like July is the new... May is the new July. Is it me, or does this not seem like an 800 player in bullet? He's just like fearless, sacrificing pieces. I expect to lose. He uses no time for the entire game. Who is this? He uses 1 minute for the whole game. I have to admit, I'm intimidated. just seriously wanted to go for a walk, and now there's like thunderstorms. It's the 9th of May. That's thunderstorms are like a summer thing, right? They're supposed to be summer thing. White just keeps coming up with threat after threat. Instantaneous moves. Could be an engine. Or am I being paranoid? But when you see someone who's that fast and that confident, I get really scared. He's like totally fearless. I'm usually like fearful of people who are like 1,000 points higher rated. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, his B3 knight isn't great. But he plays almost instantly. But honestly, like, you can give peace odds. But my king is wide open. That's why I don't like playing random new people. I have no idea if they're legit or not. Oh, but he put his knight on b3. So, his other pieces are active. I can't even move my rook and knight on the queen side. But I'm surprised by people when they're not intimidated at all by someone higher rated. He left the game. Yeah, that's sus too. I mean, the only possibility is like you only play like 1,000 players all the time and like beat them down. Like if this guy only plays people rated between like 1,000 and 1,200, then it's normal to be overconfident and like psycho aggressive. Because if he played higher rated players all the time, he would be like beat down so bad he would have to tone it down. Yeah, he's gone now. That's weird. My official chess stats. That's a weird name for us, for an account too. Looks like you just got disconnected. Shaki, I didn't call him an engine. I just said it's possible that they're an engine. I hate this when people say stuff that I say like out of context. Then they get all angry. I didn't say he's an engine. I said it's possible. I don't know, you know, like, but don't say that. I didn't call him an engine. I don't know if he's an engine or not. You know, I'm just saying it's like within the realm of possibility. I have no idea. Why is it not giving me the option to like just win the game or whatever? It looks like lichess is down. What's going on here? I don't know, man. He's wasting my time. Shouldn't I be allowed to like claim a win because he's disconnected for like 5 minutes? Normally? I'm allowed to discuss the possibility of people being engines without being said, like, I accuse them of being an engine. It's just possible. Probably he's not, you know. Alright, why am I not allowed to claim this win? Isn't that kind of weird? Are we disconnected too? Is the site down? This is crazy. It's not easy to misinterpret. People do that all the time. They misinterpret what they want to misinterpret. No, I don't agree. Alright, why can't I claim a win on time here? This is really strange. Is that normal? He could just like sit there forever, unconnected, and I can't claim a win? Like 5 minutes letting the clock run? That's very strange, no? It would normally send you a message like you can claim a win on time. Your opponent has been disconnected. What's going on here? This is not strange. What's wrong with the site? It has to be rated? I don't think so. No, Uber Driver, I play unrated games, casual games all the time. It normally is like, would you like to claim a win? It doesn't matter if it's rated or not. Yeah, even as anonymous, you can claim wins. Don't listen to Uber Driver. He's a know-it-all. No, that is weird. It is funny, yeah, you can claim wins. It's like anonymous versus anonymous. It doesn't have to be rated. It's just really weird. What the hell was going on there? Now this player has barely enough games. Anarchism. Because I have time for one last game. I don't know what was going on there. But the rated games don't fly. Rated games do not fly. Chuck, you're a subscriber. Alright, some other guys challenged me to 3+1. I mean, I'm only playing Rapid. The Blitz isn't... I quit Blitz. You know, I quit. Like, seriously. Lashaki's a fan of fast chess. You've got a balance. Man, all I wanted to do was like go for a walk, and now I'm gonna go into a thunderstorm. That's great. Well, just don't go far. Alright, last challenge for today, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go. Get my walk before it starts thundering and lightning here. This is weird. I mean, d5, why d5? Why not play d6? Will you ever play in the lichess rapid pool? Well, I do. Lichess only registers the clean victory when your opponent has left the site. Your opponent could have stopped moving, but was still there on lichess. Yeah, but it was weird. He was like, you know, his little green light was turned off. You know, the green light here? What does that mean, then? It was black. Did you notice that? The rated pool? I have another account that I sometimes play on. But, honestly, like, Turkey Farm I don't have time to play. But if I did, I would play Rapid, probably. The pool. Get in the pool. played an hourly arena the other day, like 1 game or 2 games. But you should only do c takes d5 if black plays b6, Super Driver. There's a method. A method to the madness. Man, this is exactly like that other account. CK Law had a game exactly like this against me the other day. Or last week. Or I don't know when it was. Last week, Simul, I guess. Almost identical position. And he got like slightly better with black. And I would swear it was the same exact position. Don't like this for black. It's weird. How bad can it be? Uber Driver, do you imply this is like the exchange Queen's Gambit now or something? I never play c takes d5. Exchanging toward the center. How dare you imply that? I never exchange pawns. Well, I mean, in like say the standard Queen's Gambit, I kind of gave up playing the exchange variation years ago. But I found it was rather too routine. But you like routine. Dogma. Mastering Dogma with Uber Driver. That's what it is. My Buddy. My Buddy. That's a Lemonhead song. Or was that Drug Buddy? I don't remember. My buddy. Your buddy. I thought you were Reshevsky's buddy. You went way back. You went to the same high school. The same graduating class. Uh-oh. Shockey likes to play super fast. He's in the Sumahair. Who else? Arsenal fan. Compulsively fast club. Never goes into deep thinks too much. Intuitive. Totally intuitive. Well, he wrote a book called The Art of Positional Play. That's like saying Hertan was a tactical player. You know what the problem is? It's all in your perspective, Uber Driver. You know what I mean? It depends on where you're looking from. It's like your perspective. What the hell did I just do? I just moved my taskbar by accident. What the heck? A lot of people say the same shit about me, you know. The same misconception about me. First of all, I think the whole bullshit, you know, describing chess players by positional and tactical as if they're like opposite things is overused, okay? And I'm as guilty as anybody else. The second thing is it totally depends on your perspective. If you're a very combinational, so-called tactical oriented player, you know, You have a different perspective. If you're looking at if you're thinking about another player, and you're like a very positional minded player, you're gonna have a different perspective. You know, it's like if you're if it's like the political spectrum. You know, if you stand in the middle, you have one perspective. If you're like way over on the left, you know, then you have another perspective. Someone who's like only thinks about tactics is gonna say that I suck tactically, but I'm really good in strategy. But if somebody who's really good strategically, who sucks tactically, is gonna say that, you know, I'm really tricky tactically, but I suck strategically. It basically depends on your, you know, your perspective, I think, for the most part, where you're coming from your standpoint, when you talk about a player like that. You're biased, you know, I'm biased in some perspective. I hear people talk about me in completely different ways. I don't think too many people are going to agree with Fisher on that one. Queen e7. Everyone thought I don't know what I'm doing here. Knight d4. No, that's a blunder. Is it a blunder? It is. Blunders are blunders. So why is my bishop on h3? It stops knight g4. Threatening knight g4 again. The c file. Rushing me, son. Stop rushing me. He's like rushing me. I don't have time to think. I have no moves. I love how I've played this guy 10 games, 11 games, and there's never been a single draw. It's pretty demented. It's hardcore. Quote us from some Shakespeare. Masturbate. Her chance to dream. Watch that pawn. It really looks like Shaki should stick with a bullet chess. He's hardcore, man. With the bullet chess. This is the point of my stream. To really try to play like the fastest we possibly can. You're hardcore bullet player. He's got 2,600 bullet. 3,900 blitz. I mean, this is like an awful game by both of us. You didn't use any time. You had a completely lost position. And then I lost a totally winning position. Man. Awful. Well, I didn't lose it, but I practically, like, threw it away. I mean, blunder, blunder, blunder. I made one major blunder. I had no time. But I don't know, what am I supposed to play there? Oh, I missed knight c2? I missed knight c2, it looks like. Forking his pieces. Pieces? Pawns? Yeah, you just hung a piece. But you're playing for time. You know? You only use 3 minutes for the whole game. It's like Asterbate playing Rapid. He uses like 3 minutes for 10-minute games. But anyway, that's the emphasis I try to teach people to take their time and use their time. You know, some people are just not used to it. The longer time controls. Especially with increment, you know. I want to play like classical, longer rapid. Well, no, I didn't give you time odds. I mean, I was really thinking, you know. I didn't give you time odds. I really used my time. It's not true. I mean, I want to use my time. I have 3 seconds left. Whatever. People don't want to listen. It's fine. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow night for a rapid tournament. No more blitz. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later. Bye bye.